welcome to Triple T, and today I'll be pulling a challenge spread for air signs, alright? And so what I'll be doing is first I will be pulling an action card that will set the tone for this month. Then I will be pulling a tarot card to clarify the action card. Following that, I will be pulling 2 sets of after tarot cards to give you an idea of what the 2 possibilities will be from that one action. And then at the end, I will be pulling a red card from my Spiritual Ass Kickers deck, which will be the block that you will be having. And that is the free portion of my video. If you decide to follow me into the extended, I will do a personalized clearing for you by pulling a yellow card from the Spiritual Ass Kicker deck, which will indicate where the block that I pulled in the general is situated for you. And then I will pull a blue card from the same deck telling me what are the emotions that are surrounding that block that you have. And finally, I will put in 5 minutes of energetic healing on the cards. So it'll be a long distance healing for your specific need, and it will be more personalized on top of all the insights and the things I suggest to help you through this difficulty that you are experiencing at the moment. So without further ado, let's get into your cards that I pulled. Okay, so the first card out for your action that will set the tone for the month is Take Into Consideration. Right, and below the deck we have Love Yourself. Okay, and the tarot card that came out to explain, to clarify, was the Three of Autumn. The Three of Autumn in this deck is the Three of Pentacles. So that is, follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. So in this case, I'm guessing that you're taking into consideration what you love in regards of what you're doing, because you want to be compensated for what you do. Wouldn't that be amazing for anybody, right? So now there are 2 possibilities. The 2 possibilities that if you take into consideration what you love is that, number 1, we have the Three of Pentacles upright. And in the Three of Pentacles upright, as you can see, there is this sculptor that is standing right beside what he has worked on, because as you can see, there are tools on the table, and he designed this young lad who is carrying this very heavy load of pentacles. But he is quite content with his work because he put in the time, he put in the effort, he put in all that was necessary, and he made something that was beautiful, right? So that is what starts this possibility. And then if you go with this one, because you take the time and you make something beautiful out of what you have as your base material, you will have strength. You will become strong enough, caring enough to tame the lion, which might be here, tame your inner beast, or tame your inner kitty cat, as you like. You will become more loving and more affectionate and more attention to detail, because let's face it, a woman that can cuddle a lion is not only strong of strength, but here, as you can see, she's not even forcing the lion to like cuddle. And she is just loving the lion as it is, and the lion is willingly stopping there and waiting the cuddle, you know? So it's her strength of character, not just her strength of her physical strength. And I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I tend to do that sometimes. Now we have the Ace of Wands. Now, wands for me are action. Action because they are fire, right? So wands are fire, represent the element of fire. Swords represent air. Cups represent water. And pentacles represent earth. So this is the Ace of Action, Ace of Wands. And this is a new action, a new endeavor, something new that you are going on, right? Which would go with a little bit the Three of Pentacles, because it's like a 3. It's not really a high number of pentacles. So it's something new that you are working on that you made good on, because as you can see, the 3, this pentacle, he is like looking out onto his work, and he is like not astonished, but he's proud of what he has done. So this new idea that you get of something new that you can start on is something that will bring you great joy, right? And great peace, because of with this Strength card. Now that is option number 1. Now for option number 2, we have the King of Pentacles. And as you can see, yet again, the King has tamed this taureau, which kind of looks a little like the Strength card, because, I mean, a man that can do this, who can just tame a taureau by being gentle with it. Somewhat relevant to this, but in this case, you can see that it is more like the taureau is bowing to the king. There's not much, well, there is this tenderness that the king is petting the taureau, but it's not as tender as the one where this lady is giving a hug to this lion. So, but in this one, the taureau is like bowing its head, signifying that it gives its allegiance to the King of Pentacles, which is the king of material wealth, you can say, right? And so then you have the Nine of Cups, which generally is wish fulfillment, right? But here, as you can see, the banquet, there's only him being served, and for some reason it looks like this man is being a little bit gluttonous, because he is like all up in that, not really paying attention to what he's touching, and he's only thinking of himself, from what I can see. And I mean, this could be taken in both ways. First of all, do you see this servant's face? He's like, oh, do I really have to be here? Why? Help me, God. I might just, I'm thinking, I'm saying what I'm saying, right? And then this guy is just like, whatever, I want to eat, whatever I can eat. And he's not really thinking of others because he's touching all the freaking food. And so this to me represents both sides of what a wish fulfillment is. Yes, okay, you have your wishes fulfilled, okay, with the Nine of Cups, you're happy, you're content, but at this rate, you For some reason, he's not thinking of others. He's not thinking of his well-being. He's just thinking of stuffing his face. For me as a reader, that's what pops up. So there's that, which, let's say you've tamed the Toro, you've got everything you want, but now you're so used to it, they don't really think of the consequences of what you're doing, right? And because of that, in the long run, this is gonna happen. The Two of Swords. It's like the kind of fight of thoughts. You've got like two thoughts, you can't really decide which one's best. And so you're like all up in your head. You have people fighting for you. You just don't make a choice. And it just goes on and on and on. And that's not fun. So think about it. Well, from what I can see, the first one is pretty awesome. But the second one, which is the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Swords, is the less preferable outcome. So I'll be pulling one. This could be like, this is my interpretation. So I will be pulling one block card, the type of block that you might have, so that you can at least like avoid this headache, right? Of being gluttonous and having not really looking at what your choice is and making the wrong decision. Let's see, resistance. The card that came out is resistance. Don't want to. Which makes sense because you don't want to look at. Here, as you can see, the woman is blindfolded and she refuses to look at the two options that are fighting for her, or her two thoughts that she has like waging war in her mind, right? So resistance, you don't want to, and it means resistance, often difficult to clear for yourself, right? So you would need a bit of help with that. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to go on to your to the extended, I will be putting my email in the box below, so please feel free to contact me and it will be my pleasure to help you with that. Okay, so with that being said, I wish you all a great week and I will see you next time. Hope to hear from you guys. Bye.